Hi guys, thank you for joining me here today. I am Young Goddess with Monica, if you want to be formal. Today we're doing a pick a card reading where there's 3 piles. And the question at hand is, do you have a celebrity watcher? And we have 3 piles. First pile is with this rose quartz bracelet. Second pile is this gold hematite bracelet. It's pretty heavy. And third pile is this lapis lazuli bracelet. So go ahead, take a deep breath, and ask your spirit team what power resonates with you the most. Or it resonates with you. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. I just wanted to choose something really fun. It's really something fun to think about and to get some information as to, you know, things that you can change or maybe things that you can tweak to help better your content or anything that you're putting out there as far as who you are in whatever business that you are in. Okay, so I'll see you at your pile. Bye. Hi guys, thank you for joining me here on this pick a card reading. This pick a card reading is called Do I Have a Celebrity Watcher? Okay, if you picked bracelet number 1 corresponding to pile number 1, this is rose quartz. Rose quartz has a lot to do with self-love. Let me see if I can get any channel messages from this. Something about digging deep. Digging deep. A part of self-love is being able to express yourself authentically. And sometimes it requires you to dig a little deeper, only because there's shadow work that is needed a lot to actually get into this authentic power that you have, that we all have. If you've been doing a lot of spiritual baths, I feel like you probably picked this pile if you've been doing a lot of spiritual baths, a lot of cleansing. You've really been expressing yourself in another way. I'm seeing someone on stage taking a bow. I'm seeing people loving you for who you are. And I'm hearing a lot of thank yous, like thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm hearing change lives. Like it's something that you do that changes lives. I don't know why, but I'm also seeing skydiver. I don't know. It could be something you could be in the something like with extreme sports or extreme something where you help people cross things off their bucket list. Also, I'm hearing traveling, like you could be a travel agent. You might help a lot of people travel from one place to another. You might deal with a lot of businesses. You might deal with a lot of celebrities. So they're like watching you in some type of way because they're thinking about reaching out to you to help them maybe travel or something. Or book something, find something. I'm also hearing celebrity stylist. I'm also hearing... you don't have to be a celebrity stylist. You can be a hairstylist. Like I said, something that you do changes lives. So you can also be a makeup artist, and you might have content when you do makeup for other people and you make them feel like a brand new person. Also, I'm seeing like people who clean houses in some type of way. So it could be that. How you help people who are depressed, and you help them clean houses. I see a lot of content like that on my For You page. This could also be a celebrity watcher, as in Maybe someone who isn't per se a celebrity, like in the public eye where everybody knows them, but they're well known. They are they probably own a couple franchises, because I'm hearing like a franchise, someone who owns multiple franchises. Someone, also I'm hearing someone who could be a mentor, like a mentor, someone who makes a lot of money and they mentor people, and they might be looking at you because they see something in you. Okay, so this is what I got here for the rose quartz. I don't know if this is going to resonate, but that's what I got. So let's go ahead and get to the cards. So we have 4 sections. The first section is, do you have a celebrity watcher? Okay, so these cards are this pile is going to be that. The second question is going to be, what do they think or feel about you or your content? Okay. The third one is the characteristics of the person who is watching. And then the third is, what can you change or improve to make your content better, or make your job better, or make you more watchable? So that's what we have. Let's go ahead and start with the first. So the first one, do you have a celebrity watcher? Let's see. So this here. You have this one. Then you have this one. Okay. Well, to me, it's looking like a yes. You do have someone who is in the public eye, who is a watcher. This person is very forward. This person is also very what you call it? They are very fair. They're very fair. They're very forward. They're very honest. That's actually the one word I was going to say. They care a lot about the environment with this environmentalist from my life's purpose deck. They care about the environment and protecting not just the environment, but people. So protecting the environment for people. They care about they really care about the people that you might surround yourself with. That might resonate with some. Okay. This person is very disciplined. Okay. They're very disciplined. But they are very not emotionally withdrawn, but they know how to draw a line. They know how to draw a boundary where they're not overly emotional about certain things. They know how to come forward and be a leader, okay? But they also know how to draw the line where leading meets emotion. They're not too deeply emotional in that aspect. They're a lot more logical, okay? With this, you also have the Page of Swords, which is the card of like someone watching you. So this is definitely a confirmation that you have a celebrity watcher, okay? This person, I feel like, actually likes your work, okay? They really see that you're coming into this victory. They're watching you grow, and they're really appreciating all you have to offer, okay? And they actually might want to come in and give you that one big offer. So the victory here, you see how he holding a wand? With this wand here is like this one big offer that this person want to give to you just because they're watching you, just off the sole purpose of just watching, okay? I also have the card of look for a sign. So look for a sign is really telling me that this person, you might get a hint for some you might not. Some you might just feel it intuitively. Some you just have a lot of watchers. You might have a platform, or you might be in the public eye where you have a plethora of people watching you. So it's almost like it's gotta be somebody. Like it's gotta be somebody. But I do feel like this person wants to come forward and give you an offer. Excuse me. This person might also really care about animals. Also, this person, I don't know why, but I'm hearing like somewhere overseas. They like to travel overseas, or they may have a home overseas. I'm also hearing something about gambling. I'm also hearing that they pop in a lot just out of curiosity. So they pop into your content, or they pop in and watch your videos just out of sheer curiosity. Which means that your content don't have to literally pop up. It can just, they can actually just go in to watch it. So it's not something where it's just like, oh, they're popped up, so I want to watch it. No, they are actually going into your platform to actually watch something that you post. Oh, I wonder what they're doing, because I like watching them. They're funny, or they're really good at what they do. I love watching them. So it's something about that. Also, I really see that this person see you as a pure being. I feel like they might feel like you align with what they want, because you also care about the environment, and not just the environment as in the planet, but the environment as in you care about the people you surround yourself with. Also something about like not being messy. You don't seem messy. You seem a little reserved, and they like that. I'm seeing like even overly emotional. Sometimes when people get on and do their content, there's nothing wrong with you showing any emotions. There's nothing wrong with that. But this is the type of person who likes to be a little bit more reserved. They draw a boundary when it comes to certain emotions, and this person is like really in control when it comes to the emotions, to the point where it might seem like they are cold, but they're not. They are just very in control. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the next pile. So the next pile is, what do they think about your content, or you or your content? Okay. Okay. So these are the next cards. So for some, this could be a celebrity that you reached out to. This might be a celebrity that you reached out to. You said you like their work. If you did reach out to them, you might have felt like this was your big break, but they wanted to make sure that you were not fake flexing about who you are or what you do. They want to make sure that you're not two-faced. So that's why they kind of held back and remain more reserved instead of just jumping out there and coming forth with an offer. Okay, they wanted to make sure that this is truly who you are. Okay, because I have here on red, so it's like leaving a person on red. And I feel like if you did reach out, I do feel like you might have felt really bad because this person didn't respond. Okay. Then I see big break. So it's the response you were looking for was something where you wanted someone to work with you, to see what you're about. I'm hearing also they might have not responded because you might have not been ready and you had to develop in front of their eyes. Okay, they wanted to make sure that if they didn't want to reply and then give you this big break just so you could be out here fake flexing. Okay, they also didn't want you to be this fake flexer, like you are just in it for the clout. You don't really do what you do. You don't really do well what you do. Okay, also this energy of being two-faced, to see if your character is up to par, to see if you are truly, if you explained yourself or what you do in some type of way, to see if that you're not hiding behind fake kindness. You know what I mean? But the false alarm is here. The false alarm is here. Okay? The false alarm is here. And now I feel like they feel like, now that it's seeming like you are with this poker face. It's like A lot more emotionally detached than you were from the beginning. Maybe in the beginning you showed this person a lot of love, and now you're emotionally detached from showing this person any type of love or whatever. If this person is a celebrity where you shared their content or something like that, and mind you, celebrity doesn't have to be rapper, singer, basketball player. This can be a fellow YouTuber. This can be someone that you actually like watching their content. This person can have millions of followers. This person can have thousands of followers. This person can be in the eye where they hang around celebrities. They hang in the background when it comes to celebrities. But something about this where it's just like, where you were once giving some attention, you just kind of like fallen back from the attention. So they think that you are not what they thought. I felt it's not that they had a preconceived notion about you. It's really that they were trying to make sure that you were the real deal. Also, I'm seeing they want to make sure that you don't reside in some type of dark energy. I don't know if that makes sense for anybody. They want to make sure that you weren't dark in some type of way. They also wanted to make sure that you weren't the type to maybe use heavy substances or something like that. They wanted to make sure that you weren't the one like if you get money, you go out and party all day, and that's all you care about is partying and looking nice and partying and looking nice and partying. They wanted to make sure that you weren't like that. I do feel like when you reached out to them, though, you felt you might have reached out to them in a urgent type of way, like, please hit me back if you're interested. I am super interested in working with you. I do feel like you might have thought that they probably were just busy, and that's why they didn't reach out to you. Also, they wanted to know if you were the type to be two-faced and really portray yourself in the light as something different as you do when you're at home, which, when you're out there and you're putting yourself out there, there's still that, missing link, because nobody really ever knows who you truly are when you're off camera. But something about them watching you for a while to see if you're this person makes them feel like you're not what they thought you were. So let me get some characteristics about this person. And I'm using the archetype cards for this one. So I do feel like this person is a open book. Because I do have a blank card here. And usually the blank cards here are just open cards for you to kind of add your own thing. But to me, it's like an open book, a blank slate. Almost like this person is very open-minded to learning new things, okay? I also get that this person is really dedicated to spirit in some type of way. Even if they don't show it in their content, is something about them that feels very ethereal. It feels very you feel spirit around them. You feel like they are connected in some type of way. There's some type of selflessness, but with the King of Cups in reverse, and it's like, you seeing that they emotionally detached, it's only because they do care a lot. So they don't want to wear their heart on their sleeve. They really have this selfless heart, but they got to come off kind of cold because, they don't want to be taken advantage of. Also, they might like to wear black. This person can also be a storyteller. I don't know why, but with the storyteller on top of this fake flex, I'm not looking at the words that say fake flex. I'm just looking at him, and don't that look like it could be a rapper? And a storyteller is someone who raps or sings. This could be someone who writes music as well. The light attribute of this, it says the ability to experience and express life through storytelling and symbols. So this person could be a storyteller. They could tell a lot of stories that help you or make you feel like you are connected to spirit in some type of way. They might tell stories to raise vibrations in a way where they are talking about being dedicated to yourself, going within in some type of way, hyping you up. Because it don't have to be, all spiritual. A storyteller is a storyteller is a storyteller. And everybody tells their story in a different way. But this storyteller has a way of hyping someone up, making you feel more connected to yourself, making you feel more powerful, okay? Especially with the liberator next to it. Oh my gosh. They know how to help you free yourself. They speak to the world in a freeing way. This is so nice. I like this. I like this. They could also want to come in to hype you up. They want to come in to hype you up, or maybe put you out there in the most positive light that they can put you out there. Help you get to the next level. With this victory over liberator, they want to liberate you. This victory is right over victory in this one. The Ace of Wands is right. The liberator is right over that. So this person really wants to liberate you. They want to help liberate you. Also, the monk and the nun light attribute, which is like connected to spirit or dedicated to spirit in some type of way. It landed on top of false alarm when it comes to this two-faced energy. So it was two-faced and false alarm, and it came right over that. So it's almost like the false alarm was that they are, who they say they are. So if you put yourself out there like, I'm light, I am light, I'm not here to harm you, I don't want to use you, I just want to work with you, I see something with you, I see us working together, I see us doing great things together, we align, like I feel like we can align in the most positive way to uplift humanity, and uplift humanity with the environmentalists. Uplift humanity. Create more positive environments for those to thrive in. Okay? So I don't know what you said to this person, but doing good, okay? So the last pile we have is my spirit junkie and my sacred self-care. And this is going to be the question. This is going to be the question. What's the question is? What are ways that you can improve your content, yourself, or just the way you present yourself in whatever way, So the first one I said out here is connect to your ancestors and create a vision board. And that's the sacred self-care. So I feel like you can amplify the energy and really, really connect with whoever this celebrity watcher is by creating a vision board. And it don't have to be, because if you don't know who this is, it doesn't have to be so direct. It doesn't have to be so like, this is who I want to reach out. It can be a vision board showing you with a celebrity, and you could put celeb on top and put a question mark over the face. You have your arm around them, or you are chilling in a Bentley with them. Just be creative. Have fun with it. Have fun. Okay. Also, connected to your ancestor, because I feel like something about this situation is written in the stars. Okay. And your ancestors are definitely there. Look, written in the stars. Your ancestors are definitely there trying to guide you, so that way you can get whatever you're putting on this vision board. Also, something here about, maybe you might need to work out a little bit more. Maybe meditate or ground yourself more. Drop down into your heart a little bit more, so that way you are, because I'm hearing intent. So that way you can be more intentional with how you're moving forward. If you drop down into your heart more, you then radiate out more intent. This is my intention, you know. You're thinking about why you're doing things, what it means to you to do these things, instead of just doing them just because, okay, this came up, I got to do that. This came up because I got to do that. Oh, this is a part of my new routine, I got to do that. It's like, no. Oh, I want to go to the gym because I want to feel good. I want to get online because, I really love, spreading the word. I really love spreading joy, things like that. Okay, so what else do we have here? For my spirit junkie, it says, my friendships support me, nourish me, and inspire me. And then I see, my happiness is a direct reflection of how quickly I can shift my perception from fear to love. So this is really telling me that allow people to support you. Okay. I feel like at this time, it's a lot of star card energy here. It's a lot of stars. Every time when I turn around, I see a star. Okay. So what this is telling me is that you might have a lot more soul family coming in. You might have a lot more support coming in. And when the support come in, they might want to hype you up. Let them hype you up. Okay. Let them support you. Let them know what you need. Let them nourish you. Okay. Let them inspire you to keep moving. Because sometimes when things aren't going fast, it's worth it when you have a person that comes to you out of the blue and just say thank you. Or I love your work. Let that inspire you to keep moving forward. The second one, it says, my happiness is a direct reflection of how quickly I can shift my perception from fear to love. So this is another thing. If you're putting yourself out there, dropping down into your heart can also help you shift from fear to love, especially if you are looking for a big break or you're looking for somebody to discover you or see you in some type of way. Okay. So that's what I have. Thank you guys for joining me in this pick card reading. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I am Yin Goddess or Monica, if you want to be formal, and I'll see you at the next POW or the next reading. Bye-bye. Hi guys, thank you for joining me here today on this pick card reading. Do you have a celebrity watcher? If you pick POW number 2 here with the gold hematite, thank you for joining me here today. So gold hematite has a lot to do with grounding. It has a lot to do with grounding, clarity, also like good circulation. Gold hematite is also really good when it comes to focus. It's also good when it comes to courage, moving to the next level, moving forward, and staying grounded while moving forward. Okay. When I let me see if I get any channel messages. I'm getting a message of freedom. I'm getting a message of freedom. I'm going to say, fly like a bird, I want to fly away. I'm seeing like birds flying over a sunset. Also, I'm getting a lot of green, so something to do with the heart chakra. Like really grounding your energy so that you know how to drop down into your heart a lot more. Also, I'm also hearing like chasing green, so maybe chasing money as well. Chasing the dream. I'm also hearing something about a membership. If you have a membership somewhere, I want you to take advantage of whatever membership you have. If you have a membership, take advantage of your membership. Don't let it go to waste. Also something about, I don't know how I'm hearing, but public indecency, I don't know where that's coming from, okay? Maybe you don't wear a lot of clothes, or you wear very little clothes, or people like to complain about maybe your body type. I'm also hearing like self-love, and like really maybe you are an advocate for body positivity, being body positive. Hmm. I'm also hearing something is being drawn out, okay? And not everything needs to be drawn out. Some things need to stay where they are so you can move forward. I'm also hearing if you want the dream, you got to be willing to do the things that you need to do to get to the dream. But this has nothing to do with mistreatment, or this has nothing to do with misplaced emotions. This has everything to do with having a little bit control over the way you present yourself, maybe in a physical way or an emotional way, because this is about grounding your energy. And when you're grounded, you know how to maneuver through life a lot better, because your mind is clearer to hear the information that your intuition is trying to feed to you. Your intuition is trying to come through, and they're trying to point you in the right direction. But if you're not grounded, you don't know what direction that is. I'm also hearing like, don't give up. Nothing is set in stone. Nothing is set in stone. You just have to change your direction, or change your, I'm seeing like someone looking over. So change what you're focusing on, okay? Focus on what you want, not the things you don't want. Okay, so that's what I have here, okay? So with this one, we have 4 questions when it comes to this pal. The first question is, do you have a celebrity crush? That's going to be this one here. The second pal is, how do they feel about your content? How do they feel about you or your content, okay? The third one is, what are the characteristics of the person or people that is the celebrity or people who are watching your content? And then the fourth one is, what can you do to improve yourself? What can you do to improve your content? Okay, so let's go ahead and start with pal number 1. Okay, let's see. Let me see. So what I'm seeing here is that, is there someone, do you have a celebrity watching your content? I'm seeing no. I'm seeing no. I'm seeing that there's a lot of standstill type of energy. So maybe you're not posting enough, or you're not putting yourself out there enough. And maybe it might be due to some type of heartbreak. This could have played out on stage in front of multiple people. And in order to kind of pull yourself back, because the judgment can also I see judgment here, right? And judgment in reverse, sometimes I can see this energy of like growing up. So this can be either you might post something out there basically saying what's going on in your life. With the 3 of Swords here, it could be love. Okay, you also have the Ten of Cups, which is family. Okay. Or you might have someone who is very immature and they are like, they like to come out and they like to post about, you know, everything that is going on, maybe to make you look bad. Whoever this person is very, I feel like you're very moody at the moment. I'm also seeing that someone might be jealous of you. So I do feel the energy for some of you out there. This might not resonate for everybody, but there is this energy of this person is jealous of you. So they're trying to make sure that you're at a standstill. And it's actually working. It's actually working. Okay. There's this energy, this shattered energy where you need to go into healing, and they might want to put your information or put stuff out there to make you look bad. This might be so they can get clout. This could be an ex-wife, ex-husband, ex-family member. Whatever content that you have, it's more so at a stance. It can't just be at a standstill where you're not really posting anything new. It's just the same stuff recycled over and over, or you're doing a lot of things. So you can see a little bit more. You're doing a lot of things. You're putting out content, but it's just nothing like refreshing or new or anything in like, you know, oh my God, they're doing something new. Also seeing something like, you know, getting more creative. You have to get more creative when it comes to your content. But this first, you have to disconnect from the thing that is keeping you at the standstill. So whatever is keeping you in delays, you have to remove it. If you have someone in the background, right, and they're causing a lot of issues, you have to disconnect from this person and really go and do some shadow work, go and do some healing, so that way you can get that motivation back, get your spark back. You know what I mean? Yeah, I have let go. So it's something where it's time for you to let go. Okay. And if you have a celebrity watcher, I see unlikely. Okay. And it's not because you don't have anything good to put out there. It's just that you're not putting anything out there. And if you if you are putting something out there, it's just is not as creative because you're pouring from an empty cup. You're just kind of trying to push whatever out there, and there needs to be a little bit more intention behind what you're doing, why you're doing it, who your audience is, which, you know, is, since this is not a celebrity, maybe this might give you some information as to the audience that you are pulling in, and maybe you can kind of work with that. So this might be helping you to upgrade your content in more ways than one. Okay. So, since there is no celebrity here, let's see what the gossip is, or what do your audience think about your content, you or your content. Okay. Ooh, yeah. They thinking what I'm thinking. Whoever you're dealing with, this person is an energy vampire. Okay. So if you are putting yourself out there and people see what's going on or they know what's going on, or even if you don't have a lot of people but you have family members, or there's a small group of people, you have a little bit of a large group, you built a little bit of a community, or you know some people, they are seeing this person that you're with as an energy vampire. And I'm feeling like knew that this person was an energy vampire. Okay. This can also have to do with like parents, because the family is here. Family members, because this first card is the energy vampire and he looks like a child. Okay. And then you also have the Ten of Cups here in reverse. So family, heavy on family. Like I said, husband, wife type situation, because that is family as well. So, and this is for some, it might not resonate for everybody. So, I do feel like this person, they might not want you to be on top. They don't want you to follow your dreams. Okay. They want you to be in this area. I feel like they want you to be how they are. They want you to find temporary comfort in just doing a regular 9 to 5, or they want you to find temporary comfort in doing something simple, being simple, not putting yourself out there, not doing stuff. It's like if you're putting yourself out there or you're looking for too much attention, you're just an attention seeker. This is something that they may say. And they may try to say this to you to try to drain your energy, to make you feel like you shouldn't be that influence that you're trying to be. If this is love, this might be a husband wife or situation, whatever, who is coming in and they're wanting you to be comfortable just being with anybody. They want you to just forget about what you want. They want you to forget about your dreams. Okay. But I do see that you're, and that's what I feel like your audience or whoever is watching, that's what they see. They see that it seems like you have a lot of energy vampires. Maybe you're telling your story. Okay. Maybe you're a storyteller and you had a story time, and the story time had to do with parents or a situation, husband, wife, who was an energy vampire who was draining your energy. And maybe if you did tell, if this was a story time, maybe this actually got you some attention. That's the reason why you're here in this reading, as asking, like, a celebrity watching, because a story time might have got you some pull. You might have went viral because of a story time, which is awesome. We love a good storyteller. But your viewers are seeing you as tough as nails. I'm hearing. Okay. You didn't let the faulty foundation, because I'm seeing the thunder here, the lightning, I'm sorry, as like the tower. Okay. You're unbreakable. They see you as this unbreakable character in the story. Okay. And they feel like, you know what, because you are how you are, it's divine timing. Eventually you will be a star. The star here. Eventually you will be a star. I mean, you've already been climbing the ladder. You've already been getting the attention. They also feel like you might need to do a little bit more recharging. So, and that also comes in when it comes to like, when it comes to creating new content or having more stories or knowing what else to talk about and something like that. It's like something where you need to recharge. Just connect from that, recharge, and that way you can come in with more information. You could come in with more story times. You can come in and know exactly what to talk about next, because maybe you don't know. Recharge can mean like you taking, not really taking, it's like taking a mental rest. I'm also seeing like maybe meditating, going within and asking your guides, to show you images of which direction you should go in, where you should take this. Okay. I feel like your viewers will also feel like you will be really prosperous in some type of way. Like whatever, maybe if this is a story time, you're making money moves because this is like something good. Maybe you're good at something else and you just did a story time and it went viral, but it's like, hey, this is the one thing that I push my content out. Maybe people would like that. And I feel like it might be a smart decision. It's something about being strategic about how you maneuver this. Okay. So let's see the characteristics of those who are watching your content. Storytelling, Prince, Fool, Mediator, Child Nature. Okay. So I do feel like maybe you are a storyteller because you have other fellow storytellers watching your content. Okay. Maybe someone wants to tell a different story so they can suck you dry, because it landed on this. So maybe you had a story time and someone wants to come in and say, oh, well, let me tell my side. But really, not only are they trying to exonerate themselves, but they're also trying to get clout. piggyback off of you, like, hop on your coattail and just, ride that out. Like, I should I should go viral too, because, also, you might also have some potential lovers coming in, okay? So if this is something where it's like love, ex-wife, ex-husband, it's like other potential suitors are coming in with the prince. Other potential suitors are coming in like, hey, like, well, you single, I'm single, like, let's mingle. Also, those who are watching your content, they are ones who want to just hear the story so they can have something to laugh at. Okay. I don't know if your story is laughable or if it's something serious, but these are the people who are, it's like they're nosy. They just want to come in so they can laugh at you or laugh with you. Also, I'm getting like these are the ones who feel like this is just clickbait, so they're just going to troll. That's what I'm also seeing. Then you have the mediator, which makes sense in the story. If you're telling a story, or a story came out about something that happened in your life with your family or your lover or whatever, it's like you're going to have the mediator come in and want to join the crew, okay? And the mediator is basically the person who is trying to look at it from both sides and see what makes sense and what don't make sense. Like, well, I'm on this person's side because this is what I feel. I feel like this and that and other. I do feel like the mediator, this can be also in reverse too with the shadow attribute. The light attribute is gifts for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life. Okay, so some of these mediators might feel like this is, if you have something where you do other content and this comes out, it's like this is not professional. You're not a professional person. Shadow is negotiating with ulterior motive, a hidden agenda, either personal or professional. So maybe this person wants to come in and maybe you might have a mediator, or you might have someone wanting to come in and negotiate something for you to put out more work. But honestly, I'm not going to lie. I'm seeing that you need to take a mental rest before you make a decision. Take a mental break and meditate on it before you make a decision, okay? You don't want someone there just trying to take advantage of you. Also, the Fool here is also, I'm seeing in upright and negative. The light is fearlessly revealing emotions, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. And the shadow attribute is using humor to wound others rather than to liberate. Denial of your emotional truth. And I really feel like the Fool is like reversed. Reverse. It could be upright or reverse, because that's what I was getting. I was getting people's coming in to laugh at you or with you. The at you is just that they want to use the humor to wound you. So laughing at you, saying certain things or whatever. It's kind of like you left yourself open for interpretation for anybody to just feel anything or say anything. And there's going to be some people who are really cutthroat. Okay. Also, you also have child nature. I also feel like you might have, this might sound, this is a little out there, okay? Well, for some. So some of you, you might actually have spirit like really heavily watching you at this time and making sure that you're good and that you're recharging yourself and that you're handling attention well. Whatever attention that you are getting, you're handling the attention well. You also have some of your friends watching the situation. They may be watching the situation and trying to communicate with you. Also, see something here about just really using your intuition. Really using your intuition to get to the next step, okay? But like I said, you have to ground yourself, okay? You have to ground yourself and allow that to come through. Even here with the hangman is usually about transformation, and the transformation is due to some type of enlightenment, okay? But it came up upright. I mean, it came up in reverse, okay? Which is delays, okay? Delays on your enlightenment because you're not using your intuition, or you're really paying attention to a lot of other things other than yourself, okay? I'm also seeing threes play out a lot here. So maybe 333 has something to do with it. So let's see, what's the next one? So this one is, how can you improve your content, or like yourself in your content, you know? First one is connect with your womb. The second one is a burn bowl ritual. So a burn bowl ritual, this is a big theme of letting go. Okay, this is a huge theme of letting go. Here is the main card of letting go. On this burn bowl ritual, on the card, it says to let go. So to improve your content, it's time for you to let go. It's time for you to let go. Also, if this has to do with the husband, wife, or anything, it's time to clean out your womb, okay? Also, I'm seeing like a lot of energy when it comes to the womb uterus area. I hope I'm okay to say that on YouTube. But I'm seeing a lot of energy there, and it's almost like it's because of past energy, something about past energy. Also, connecting with your womb really is connecting to your divine feminine. And the divine feminine has a lot to do with intuition, okay? Maybe also connect to the moon cycles. And it's something about cycles. It's something about cycles, knowing how to release yourself from cycles. So the best way for you to up-level yourself right now is to remove yourself from old cycles. Let go. It's the big theme here. So the next two cards is compassion is my compass. It says compassion is my compass. I am willing to hold space for others. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Compassion is my compass. I am willing to hold space for the experience of others. That's really nice. So basically, your story can also generate new soul family members because of something that you're going through. They might resonate with it as well. Okay. And because they resonated with it as well, it's like this is the opportunity for you to reach out and let them know that, hey, like, yes, I'm here. I see you, because some people, I mean, we all want some type of validation. And the fact that you've gone through something and they see you go through something, especially in the public eye, it's like, like I went through it too. And it's also them not just confiding in you about what they went through, but also letting you know that they see you, okay? They see you, and they know that you're powerful, and they want to uplift you, okay? Also, it says, the second card is, I can't control the world, but I can control how I choose to perceive it. So basically, they want you to have a different outlook, and that's what why they're wanting you to let go of this energy, because it's time for a new perspective to come in. And this perspective, it has to be this old perception, this old perspective that you had needs to be released. So I keep saying release with a T. What's with T's? I don't know. Your name may begin with a T. Also, I feel like you might have a lot of evil eyes on you. People who don't like you, or people who are on the other person's side. But you can't control what they think, what they feel. Here, even with the Fool, with the dark attributes and the Mediator and all of that, it's like you can't control what, what people say, do, but you can control how you're perceiving things, okay? Some people will come and they will say certain things, but they don't know how they would react in a certain situation like that. Some people have been through that certain situation and they not talking about it, but they find joy in you talking about it. And they want to come at you for talking about it. You can choose to perceive the world through the lens of freedom. You don't have to be tied down or bogged down by the situation. And this situation does not define who you are. You're powerful. Okay? Something about connecting to your high heart chakra, which is here. Your heart chakra is here. Your high heart is here. And something about, it being okay to speak your truth. But there's going to be a new shift in your truth. So I hope that helped you guys. Thank you for joining me here. I am Yin Goddess, or Monica if you want to be formal. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you at POW 3 or at another POW. Good night. Bye. Hi guys, thank you for joining me here today at this pick a card reading. Do you have a celebrity watcher? I have this is POW 3. I'm sorry. This is POW 3 with the lapis lazuli bracelet, okay? Lapis lazuli has a lot to do with your intuition, your third eye. Being enlightenment. It also has to do with the throat chakra with this blue color. Teaching you or being aware and knowing how to speak from that awareness. What is with me these T's today? Your name may begin with a T. You might have watched another POW. Also something here about muscle memory. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So I'm thinking with your intuition, they're wanting you to really start moving forward with strengthening your intuition by using it more often. Your content may have something to do with using your intuition, or it might be centered around your intuition, or it could be you using your intuition to speak about something that's in the awareness, something to help raise awareness, something high vibrational. High vibrational as in things that can help people successfully move up, if that means anything to you. Also, I'm hearing something about a baby that might not resonate for everybody, but someone might be having a baby or pregnant, or you could simply just be coming into something new, birthing something new. You might be birthing. Also, I'm hearing like a new era, a new way of seeing things. You're speaking something and it is going to trend. Intuition is heightened at this time, extremely. So you might be having some symptoms, dealing with your third eye, maybe a pressure, maybe some headaches, maybe tightness around the throat chakra. I'm also hearing to start going and doing more meditations or doing more cleansings on your throat chakra. So that way you can, I don't know why, but it's like heightened vocabulary, or be able to speak in a more, I don't know why I'm hearing, but swaying way. It's almost like your words are maneuvered in a way where everything comes out so smooth. Something about you might be pitching something to someone, not knowing that you're pitching something to someone. So you may be pitching an idea to someone. Also, someone might like baseball. Something about a pitch. Somebody might have went to go see a baseball game or something like that. Someone wants to go see a baseball game. Also, I'm hearing someone is not interested in baseball, but the person that they're with is. But other than that, it's something about like speaking something out loud, and someone is like, I'm seeing poetry too. So spoken word, like people snapping. Also, I'm hearing like the snap of a finger. Something is going to happen in the snap of a finger. Also, it's something about crystal clear, or you're having crystal clear clarity in a way where you can see things. Maybe you can see into the future. You get messages about the future. Something about being able to see through people. Something about being able to see through people who are pretending they aren't mistreating people, or they're not going through mistreatment. Is like something about, because I'm also hearing a narrative of someone, this is not going to resonate for everybody, but this is like a storyline that's coming in. Someone being mistreated, but they're trying to take up for the person who's mistreating them, and you see through it. Also, I'm seeing just because you see everything doesn't mean that you're being prompted to help them. Some people don't want to be helped. Some people just want to be, even though it's sad, they just want to, they're comfortable living and being in that space. And that's just a part of their path. Okay. So that's what I have here. A channel message with the lapis lazuli. Let's get into the cards. So again, like I said with the other piles, the last two piles, I'm sorry. The first card, the first pile is, do you have a celebrity watcher? Okay. The second pile is, what do they like about your content, you or your content? Okay. What do they see about you and your content? The third is the characteristics of the person or people watching your content. Okay. Watching you. And then the fourth one is what you can do to improve. What you can do to improve your content or yourself. So that way you can make better content. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with the first one. I'll leave these down here. First one is, do you have a celebrity watcher? Okay. I'm getting no, not yet. I'm getting no, not yet. I do see that you have a lot of potential, okay? But you are lacking discipline, okay? Something about the lack of control, the lack of discipline. You're not consistent enough. Also, something about you feeling like you might need more resources in order to make this move, but you don't, okay? Because this is about the lack of resources, maybe the lack of funding, okay? So because there's a lack of funding, you're trying to hold on to every penny instead of really trying to invest it because you feel like you need one thing when you really don't. All you need is a small seed, okay? A small seed of investment. And that seed might actually be just the discipline. You probably don't even need finances, okay? I do see that if you learn how to communicate well, I feel like you can juggle. You're really good at juggling. You just lack the discipline. And if you learn how to sorry guys, my phone died. Anybody on TikTok, they know. Okay, it happens everywhere I go. Yeah, if you're a speaker, you're on the right path. All you need is some creativity. If you're trying to make content, is like, oh, I need this camera. No, just use your phone. That's what I'm using. Oh, you need this, you need that. No, you don't. You don't need that. All you need is to be creative, and you just need discipline. That's it. Just creativity and discipline. And the fact that the speaker card came up here and you have the lapis lazuli is on point. It's crazy because even this one with this blue orb here in the back of this deck, I'm just seeing a lot of speaking your truth. Even with the 8 of Wands, it's about clear communication, okay? With clear communication comes speed, all right? So what do others think about your content, okay? Because I don't see a celebrity watcher. I do, however, feel like one is coming in, though. Someone is going to pass by your content and like really stop and like really pay attention to you. Let's see what they may think for the future, or let's see what they think, what those who watch you now think. Okay. Those who watching you now, look, see you as a speaker. This is what they think about you. They think you speak up, maybe speak up on others' behalf. You talk about emotions that people don't like to talk about with behind a mask. You encourage people to drop the mask and be who they truly are. You may have a lot of people reach out to you actually because of with the little word things, like little thought bubbles or whatever. Don't mind my nails, don't look at them. It's like almost like a lot of people come in and try to ask you questions. Okay. They may see you as like retiring or not retiring. I really see people see you as someone who is in a field that is a long-term, that will give you long-term stability, because the retirement goals are here. It's like if you keep this up, you'll be able to retire off of what you're doing because people like what you have to say. Okay. And maybe something happened around Christmas, because on this cuffing season card, December 25th is circled in the back. Maybe somebody's birthday is December 25th, or something happened around Christmas time. Maybe there was a shift in Christmas time. Maybe there was a shift in a situation or a relationship around Christmas time. But what they think about your content is they think that you speak up and get people to be open to show the true reality of who they are. Okay. And they feel like what you have to speak about can put you in a position where you will gain long-term stability. Okay. Some people also feel like if they breeze by your content, they feel like they get a short little tidbit of positivity or informative content that can help them. It's like you ever go to somebody's content and they're like, did you know something, 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 something? And it's just like, oh, okay, I never knew that. But now you're walking around saying like, oh, did you know? And And it's like, yeah, I learned it from that guy. Now, every time when you pop up, they feel like they're learning something from you. Okay. You're also speaking up about people and how they shouldn't be afraid to express themselves and put forth clear boundaries. So you help people with boundaries, you help people with themselves, you help people learn how to be in their authentic energy. Okay. And you're definitely on the right path. You help people mend relationships as well. Looking upset with each other. Also, you might help others really dig into their creative bag. So you help them connect to their, what is it, sacral chakra. You help people connect to maybe their intuition as well. You help people learn things about themselves, but it's not a thing where it's just like, oh, if you want to do this, you got to move. No, it's more of going more internal for some. You might actually speak about finances with the retirement goal. You might speak about finances and how to actually save when it comes to your finances. So that way you're not running out of money. You might talk about finances in that way, but you might not speak about it from a space of lack. Basically, letting people know that it's okay to save, but still be in this space where things are still moving. Knowing how to juggle the coin, okay? Not hoard it, but juggle it. Or this can be hoarding it, okay? But it's also like, juggling, okay? Knowing how to juggle things and move things around. So you might also be good with finances. You speak about finances. It's a lot of information here about emotions too, because in retirement goals, there's a lot of water here. And this is also about behind the mask, is about emotions, hidden emotions. I'm also hearing like speaking up for the little guy, okay? Speaking up for the little guy. Let's see. What are the characteristics of, I'm just holding on to my crystal. What are the characteristics of those who watch your content? Okay. So the seeker. The seeker says, thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. So you are really good when it comes to speaking. You have a lot of people seeking you out because you have a lot of wisdom. And that's the lapis lazuli, okay? You're using your intuition to speak on things, to help people who thirst for more wisdom. It's beautiful. It's really coming together. The speak up, the speaker, like the Eight of Wands, the seeker who's looking for someone who is speaking wisdom. It's all tying together. The mother. Also with the seeker here, I'm also seeing inability to commit to a path once found. So I think that's a play on what is going on with you, where there isn't enough discipline and you have to be more committed to your path. So maybe the people who are actually and part of your audience, they see this in you. They see something in you, and they see the inability to commit, so you have to, it's not about showing anybody anything, but if you're gonna talk that talk, you gotta walk that walk. Sorry, gotta straighten it out. So the next one is the damsel. Oh, I said the mother. Okay. Nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy, and giving birth. So you're helping, you're also speaking to those who are wanting to give birth to something new. So that really plays into the creative energy. okay? That sacral chakra energy. It's all about the womb, the mother, okay? You might also speak to people who deal with mother-father wounds, teaching them how to love themselves again, mother themselves again, parent themselves again, learning how to be patient with themselves. The reason why this is something that they feel like you will be able to retire in is because this is something that will forever be happening. You will always have people that are seeking more wisdom. You will always have people that want to give birth to new life, and you are a facilitator of doing that. Okay. Then you have the damsel. Understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. I'm sorry. Got stuck. Damsel, light attribute. Understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. So basically, you're pulling in people who are learning to rely on themselves, rely on the information. Everything is within you, okay? You're speaking to people and teaching them that they don't have to look outside of themselves for the answer. God is in them. The answer is within. And I feel like they are really taking all of this in. They're soaking this up like a sponge, like a child. You're the mother. You are the mother. That's beautiful. That's really nice. Oh. With the damsel in the dark attribute, I also feel like this comes into play when it comes to this whole situation, because you're also a part of your audience. You're also speaking for that person who was waiting for someone to come and save them, and you're letting them know that you don't need someone to come save you. You can save yourself. You are powerful, and you came in that way. And you got the slave. Surrendering to the power of choice, to the divine with complete trust. You're teaching people how to surrender. How to surrender. How to be yourself, how to surrender, how to love, how to let go, how to balance, how to speak up for yourself. You're also, with the shadow attribute, it says giving your willpower to an external authority without the fear of making your own choices. Out of making fear, I'm sorry, tongue-tied. Shadow attributes, giving your willpower to an external authority out of the fear of making your own choices. So again, with the damsel, the slave is the same thing. You are not a slave, which means you do not have to wait for someone to free you. You can free yourself. So you're speaking, you're a powerful speaker. Very powerful speaker. And people listen to you. You just have to be more consistent. You just have to be more disciplined. Okay? Or, pick a direction and stick to it. Pick a direction and stick to it. If you're going here, go ahead and go there. And the other directions, that it's not like the roads are closed to those directions, but just finish this. Go along this path. And when you're done and you've reached the goal that you wanted to reach, then you can turn around and say, hey, well, the doors are open, and then you can go in other directions. A lot of people do that all the time. It's people that go into nursing and they've been in nursing for years and they got everything out of it that they needed to. And I was like, oh, now I want to be a travel content creator. Like, I don't want to do nursing no more. I'm bored with it. I've learned everything I need to learn. And you take that with you as you go travel. So now you got all this experience. You go travel. If something happened to somebody, you know exactly what to do. You know what I mean? Everything serves a purpose. But you're not a slave. You're not a slave to this world. You're not a slave to others. You don't need saving. You got this. The last one is the Avenger, which it sounds like freedom. You're freeing people, okay? Desire to balance the scales of justice, righteous on the behalf of society or oneself. You're helping people learn how to balance their lives out so that they can be free. And when you help one, you help. It's like when they say, like, in order to help the masses, you first have to help yourself. That one person that you're helping is helping hundreds of people. Like, you're one drop. If you are a rock falling into the water and the ripples go out, that's the people that you affect. The ripples that go out, this is how much of an effect that you have. Okay, so also here, with the shadow attribute, it says here, resorting to violence in the name of a cause. So you're also helping people with self-control, having emotional outbursts, knowing how to ground themselves, how to speak to themselves in a way like mother, father themselves, knowing how to bring that aspect of listen before you speak sometimes. You know what I mean? Pick your battles as well. Know how to pick your battles, and knowing that some things that come into your life are just there to distract you. Nothing more that is there to do but to be a distraction. And you don't have to be the victim to this distraction that makes you the slave, okay? You're more powerful than that. Okay, I like that. This is really nice. Okay, so what can you do to improve your content or yourself so you can improve your content? Let's see. Aromatherapy. So with this, I'm seeing you may need to use a little bit more, some more aromatherapy. Aromatherapy too can also be like sage or Palo Santos or myrrh, frankincense, copal, things like that, jasmine, lavender, orange. They're wanting you to connect a little bit more through I'm also hearing like breathing, because that's what I see when I think about aromatherapy. I think about your breathing. Okay, so you may need to do some breath work. Connect with some crystals, because there is a crystal around her neck. And also I say breath work because she's sitting here with her eyes closed. Connect to your chakras or chakra. Okay, the next card, it says watch a movie. I think this is connected to the breathing as well. It's something about knowing how to relax. Maybe you have a problem with burning yourself out with the 8 of Wands here. It's like you're moving so fast, and that's another message, definitely. You're moving so fast, there is so much speed, and you're juggling so much that you become imbalanced. Okay? You're juggling so much, and that's what it comes to pick a path sometimes, okay? You're doing so much and you're moving so fast that sometimes you start to stagnate because you're doing a lot, and you might need to slow things down a little bit too. That's for some people out there as well. So you can slow things down by watching a movie, chilling. If you have a cat, color with your cat, because it's a cat here. Someone has a cat. Drink a cup of tea. Really be present in the moment as you are just relaxing, okay? Don't relax thinking about what you got to do later, what you got to do tomorrow. Just take a day to relax. This is your relaxation day. So if you currently don't have a relaxation day, it's time to put one in. You need a relaxation day. You need a day to not work, not move, not do anything, okay? The next card is Oh, you got 3 of these. You got 3. I didn't even know you had 3. The next one is, I can expand time when I'm inspired. So it's something about taking inspired action. When you're taking inspired action, sometimes things will move a lot faster than it would if you didn't take the inspired action. So if you ever feel inspired to do something, go ahead, go for it, okay? Don't second guess it and think, oh, I will never have time, I won't have time. And I know this is kind of contradicting itself, because one says be still and another one says I can expand time when I'm inspired. But this one, I feel like this is not really contradicting. It's telling you that when it's time to rest, then rest. And when you feel inspired, then move. If it's time to rest, rest. And when you feel inspired, then move. Okay? So it's the ebb and flow. Learn to be a part of the ebb and flow of things, okay? Knowing the pendulum is always going back and forth. It's going to forever do that, okay? You're not missing out on nothing. You can sit still, okay? So the next card I see here, and it's so funny because they're 2 different cards. They're from 2 different decks. One is saying to sit still, and the other one's saying when you feel inspired, then it's time to move. Also, something about here about the use of your hands. You may use your hands a lot. You may talk with your hands. You may do some energy healing, because this is looking like a Reiki ball. You may need to do some healing on yourself. So if you feel inspired, whenever you're thinking about doing some type of healing work for yourself, then do that, because that's your intuition saying, hey, you need that at this time. The next one, it says, today, I consciously choose to think loving thoughts, take compassionate action, and bring forth peaceful energy. So this is also about your thought process. And I feel like that's here with aromatherapy and meditating. Really getting grounded. Also, this is about being, speaking or moving with intent, which also brings you to the I can expand my time when I am inspired. Whenever you drop down into your heart, you will always take the more compassionate route, okay? Even if it's heavy, it's still heavy, but you find a way to make yourself sound very compassionate. You could say no, like no, but it'll come off in such a compassionate way where it's just like the person is like, okay, I understand. Instead of feeling like they're against you in some type of way. And it brings forth peace. Yeah, it brings forth peace. I think that this goes back to how you speak. This is why people love you. This is why people watch you. This is why people feel like you can go places with this. You can go places with your voice. Because you speak peaceful energy even when you don't, even when things aren't peaceful. Like you speak this peaceful energy. You speak this peace. And you know how to be stern at the same time. Last card here is, I see grace and possibility in all of life's challenges. And that really goes to the peace too. When you get up in the morning, you can start saying things like, this is what I've been doing. I can't wait to see the good things that are in store for me today. Or I can't wait to see, what is it? I can't wait to experience all the positive things that are happening today. Something along the lines of that. Because it forces you to look at all of the positive things, even if negative things are going on for you throughout the day. So something negative could come up, and because you've made the intention that I can't wait to see how good today can get. That's what it is. That's what I always say. I can't wait to see how good today can get. And then all of these good things start happening. I'm like, oh, that's good. But it's not even that the good things are happening. It's just that I'm training my mind to focus on the positives of the situation, you know? So something bad can happen. I'm not going to let it drown me in sorrow. I will feel it and I will be like, oh, you know what? But look, I had a whole positive day. You start really paying attention to the positive that was around. And all of this is really heart-centered with all this pink. It's a lot of pink here. Even in this one, this is from a different deck, pink. And this one too, all this pink. So that's what I have for you guys. Thank you for joining me here today. I am Yang Goddess, or Monica if you want to be formal. And I'll see you at the next reading. Bye.